Hey guys, it's Rod here from Exercise Software. We just wanted to take you for a walkthrough of our brand new website that's all set to release on the second week of June. So, like right from the word go, you'll notice as you do log into the new site that it's a complete refresh. It's a complete refresh of our brand and all the content on these front pages of our website. The website itself is built on the latest technology to make sure it's fast and efficient, as well as the latest security as well. So all our new content is there, and obviously the aim is to make sure our existing customers have the best products in their hands, as well as as you log into the new website, you'll arrive at the homepage here, hit the login button. It'll take you to it'll take you to a login screen. There you'll use your existing credentials to log straight in. I'll do here. And then once you log in, you'll find that the interface is quite familiar. The biggest change you'll notice initially is we're running with a vertical kind of main menu down here, where the existing site has got the horizontal main menu. But the main sections, the programs, clients, and exercises, you'll be really familiar with. And the initials here on the bottom is essentially the account settings. So all the PDF page header layouts, cover pages, and any of the other client portal or account settings are all found down in this section here, as well as a section for tutorials, which will have a series of walkthrough videos of all of the main functionality, as well as all the PDF layouts are kind of showcased in here. So really easy to understand what sort of programs that you can share here, and particularly for any new users, tutorial section down the bottom will be super useful. As you get into the main site, for anyone that's used our existing site, what you'll find is new is this top section here, which is essentially a global search function. So the aim here is to allow you to find any program, any client, any exercise without having to navigate through the respective section and search. So here, for example, I can just put in a client name. Here, client name comes straight to the top. If I wanted to search for maybe an exercise program, maybe it's a 3-day strength program, I can put in 3-day. No, I could enter something like 3-day strength, or the name of an exercise program, and you'll see those programs will come straight to the top. And likewise, if I was after an exercise, I could put in something like lunge and then all the lunge exercises. So the aim is just to kind of cut down the steps to find what you want. And likewise on the right side here, you've got kind of a global create function. So from this menu, regardless of the section you're in, that you can go and create, a new client, a new program, a new exercise, or anything you. So you've got the global functions at the top that are all brand new. On the sections you'll be kind of most familiar with here, when you enter these sections, you'll be quite kind of you're quite familiar, if you like. It's essentially the managed program section. So all the exercise programs aligned to their account are here, and you can obviously edit, duplicate, view those programs right from here. As you create a new program, again, the workflow here is similar, but definitely updated from the existing site. So here we really take you down the path of select your exercises first, and then move through to the second tab to actually prepare the program with all the details. So starting in this first tab here, you're opening in the tile view. You could switch to a row view here of exercises if you choose. And by default, all your favorite exercises are sitting at the top of the list. To add these exercises to the program, I can just use this sort of select exercise function here and add them straight across to the program. And quite soon you'll be able to kind of drop and drag. You can also use all the search categories here to kind of refine the search. So if you're looking for strength exercises for a particular body part using a particular piece of equipment, it immediately limits the search down. So unlike the existing site, you don't have to set the criteria and then hit search. It all happens, almost in real time. So that's the easiest way to get your exercises across to the program. If you are in this row view here, again, it's just a different layout. But in this section, you've got all the drop and drag capabilities, and this also lets you kind of order those exercises. So rather than just dropping to the bottom of the list, you can start and kind of sort the order of these exercises, right from when you're adding them to the program. So as you move through that tab, you've got your exercises. You want to prepare the program. Creating it as a template or assigning it straight to a client. you're adding a program name in here. If it's a PDF program, you've got the full choice of print layouts to choose from, and any other information that you want. To add the client name or the program header to the PDF is you just use this function here to kind of add that information to the PDF. One of the improvements with this site is we're trying to give you the full page space now to kind of manage the program. So up the top here, all your program functions such as subheaders, page breaks, additional weeks are all available at the top here. And then you've got this full kind of full page real estate here to maybe reorder the program using drop and drag, add numbers, edit particular exercises, edit all exercises. Here you can prepare your program before you then save. Once you save, you get all this kind of the functions up the top, and then you're able to email, PDF, or share the program. In this case, it's assigned to a client with an email address, so I'm going to share it straight away, and that will send the email. Verify the email here and add any additional content you choose from the site there. So and PDFs are very similar to the existing site. These will open in a new tab. Okay. So moving on from the program section, I'll walk you through the client section. So again, the initial kind of layout is your client list. You can simply click any client to edit them, or you can create new. As you create new, we're using this kind of side modal to to enter new information. Clients in this system, and I'll add an email address. And once you've added that, all the other fields, they're the only fields that are mandatory. And email is mandatory if you have client access enabled, and it's actually enabled by default. So this will just add the client straight into the system. You don't have to set a password. We actually use like a password generator in the background to organize a unique password that's sent out, and then obviously the client can kind of reset that. But that email will go out and really directs them to download the client app and access their exercise program through that interface. The other sub-tabs here you'll be quite familiar with through our existing site. I'll walk you through them closely for an existing client. So this client here has a whole series of exercise programs. Some of those exercise programs are shared. I can simply add them a new exercise program by dragging it across from my templates, and then I could obviously edit that. I could share that program with them, and that would be kind of ready to roll. So full drop and drag, full share capabilities, full edit capabilities in this screen. Sharing forms with the client is also something we have capability of, and that will take any forms that are listed in the system. It just to enable them to basically select and share. And again, forms can be shared with them, directly through the client portal and the mobile app. Video sharing capabilities. There's two-way video sharing capabilities here, so practitioners can upload through this interface here by adding a new video. Then that video can be sent straight across. So specific exercise information, other information. As soon as you share that with them here, it's available to the client in the client app. Notes and attachments stay within the system here for the practitioner. And then training history is the information that has been added by the client in the app. You can see the exercise programs that are shared with them, as well as any sessions that have been completed here are all visible to the practitioner. And once there's sufficient information here, all their progress is also to be observed through here as well. So how they're tracking with regard to compliance, loading a particular exercise, etc. This section is essentially as rich as the information that is logged on the exercise through the exercise or through the client app. You don't get Usain over here; you get your particular logo. That is just a test that sits there. So all the information sits here against is logged here against the client. And then the last section I'll walk you through is the exercises section. Again, the initial layout here you'll be quite familiar with. All the functions here are on the right hand side. All the search capabilities again just sit in the top row here. You can use the menus to filter down, or you can use the keyword search through the top here. What we definitely recommend all our users to do is really leverage the favorites features here. So where you make an exercise here, you star it and make it a favorite, and also use the hide capability. So anything that's a favorite sits on the top of any search results. So it helps you find the exercises that you like and use commonly really quickly. And anything that you hide over here, it doesn't turn up in the search results. So essentially it's kind of, it won't turn up in those search results, except if you used to show the hidden exercises. And that's really to ensure favorites are found fast, and hidden exercises are exercises you rarely use or never use, and they don't turn up in your search results. Okay. Once you edit an exercise or create a new exercise, in this example here, the exercise name fields, sort of the major and the minor names, can be added through the top here. The drop-down menus are used to classify the exercise. The system forces you to make some decisions here, so the exercises are classified in the database, and therefore can be found. Settings, descriptors, and then any media is added in these. Any media is then added in these tabs here. So all pretty straightforward, and I don't think you have any trouble finding your way through it. Final points to note: videos and forms are really it's just the interface that practitioners can add content. All the sharing is done through the client section, as we showed before. And probably the final thing is, just as you get going with this interface, your page header, all your page headers will come across from the other website, along with all your data, all your programs, all your exercise, all your client information. If you do need to add a new image through here, it's a similar process to the existing website, where you'll upload a new image for the logo, as well as add your program details, and that will appear on the top of the PDF. Guys, that's a walkthrough of the new site. We're super excited to get this launched. As I said, it should go live in the second week of June. As usual, we welcome all your feedback and hope this is a great step forward for our product. Thanks, guys.